So this is gonna be my first video to my YouTube channel. It's pretty much just a get ready with me. You know, as I tell you a little bit about myself. I might tell you stuff, might not. I don't know. I'm just getting the feel of doing videos, so bear with me. And I'm going to be using the Jaclyn palette volume 2 on my eyes today, in case anybody's going to be wondering. Again, this is not going to be a tutorial. This is just going to be a get ready with me and tell you a little about myself. So if you are interested at all, then just keep on watching. So I've already done my brows, added my primer slash concealer, but anyway, so I'm Amanda. I've been doing makeup for about 5 years. I actually have lost count. I'm a professional makeup artist. I came in January, left my first like makeup retail job after 3.5 years, and I just decided I wanted more for myself and obviously make more money, make my own schedule. So yeah, pretty much it. When I was working there, I was freelancing on the side, and there were times where I would have clients booked at certain times of the day, and then I would get a request for like a wedding, and then I couldn't work the wedding because first of all it was 2 weeks before, and honestly I was the only makeup artist at the time, so that was like, I mean, there was no time. And when I wasn't there, then there was pretty much no one there to do makeup unless we had somebody else from the other location hop on and all that jazz. So yeah, it just sucked because sometimes I would have a makeup in the morning and then I wouldn't have another makeup until the late afternoon. Sometimes it would just be lashes, and I would literally have to be there and wait. And no, not eyelash extensions, just glue on lashes. Yeah, not that, you know, I have an issue with anybody who goes to just get lashes put on, but it was like, for me, I missed out on a lot of extra and full money income towards myself. So what I do, I really miss it during this whole COVID crisis, pandemic. It's been really hard. I've kind of been doing makeup here and there. I'm not really full on in and not really doing like weddings and stuff like that. It's just, I'm just taking it day by day and seeing where all of this really leads up to. But I really miss doing it all the time. I miss being like, I guess I'm being camera shy right now because I've never done a YouTube video before. Well, okay, look, funny story and true story. I had a YouTube channel years ago when my daughter was a baby, and there is one of my videos that had gotten so many views. And let me tell you, I used to record videos on like the kitchen floor, and then you could hear, like, sometimes you could hear my daughter's little night thing going off in the back, like the white noise, like that would be playing. Yeah. Anyways, I did a video of the Revlon Frost and Glow highlighting kit, and that video I think has 24,000 views right now. And it took me forever to try and log into that account. I finally found it, or figured it out, and yeah, so I don't know if I'm just gonna start back off on there. I mean, I'll probably list it in the description box just to let you know if I went ahead and just hid all my old videos and then just start off fresh with this. So we'll see. But yeah, like, they're so cringe-worthy. Like, another little fact about me, I love true crime. I have it on really low right now, but I love to listen to Sword and Scale, and honestly I can't even hear it, and I don't want to turn it up too loud. It's episode 166. I haven't listened to that one yet, but I love true crime. Like, this is probably my favorite podcast because his voice is so like, you get into it, you know. It's almost like he reminds me of like Unsolved Mysteries, but like the old school Unsolved Mysteries. And so obviously, if I love Sword and Scale and I love like all this true crime stuff, and like paranormal stuff, I'm obsessed with it. Ghost Adventures, love Ghost Adventures, you guys. But the moment I finish a scary movie, the moment I finish an episode of Ghost Adventures, My Haunted House, Haunted Hospitals, like I watch all of those shows, I'll get scared. Like, even though like I enjoy watching them and everything, and I think that's even more so why I get scared, is because I know like the possibilities and all the different ways that people can like go freaking nuts. So yeah. And obviously, if I love true crime and stuff, I barely found out about Bailey Sarian. I freaking love her. I have yet to watch any of her like regular makeup tutorial videos or her like vlogs. I am catching up on all her true crime, and a lot of the stories, there has been some where I have never heard about these crimes, and then some that I do, and it's just interesting to see all the information one person can have versus another person, especially like with the whole TikTok true crime little things. I get invested in those too. I can talk about true crime all day, believe me. Sometimes I think like people might think I'm weird because that's literally what I watch all the time. I don't really like war movies or like action movies. If it's not scary, if it's not like a documentary, I don't really want to watch it. I love documentaries, so probably butchering that too. I don't know how to talk sometimes. How do people do this? Because I'm really trying to concentrate on my makeup and then I'm getting distracted. By the way, I don't know. Oh, it says brown is beautiful. Even though I'm fair skinned, my friend gave me this a few months ago, and I want to say it's by Very That. I'll link her down below, but I believe it's from her shop. Or maybe I'll just do like an all over smoky eye. Maybe I'll just do a purple smoky eye. Oh, I need to replay this episode after this because this sounds good. And honestly, I'm not really listening to it because my mind is trying to and also don't mind my background again. I just kind of wanted to do a video, and depending on how I feel about it, I might do a backdrop. I have like a plain gray wall on this side. You can kind of see it right here. But I need a table. Like, this is where my, right in front of me is my vanity, and then it's my my window right behind it. So I have a little bit of natural light coming in. It's very cloudy, or there's like overcast today. So it's a little gloomy, but I don't want to turn up my lights too bright because it it's gonna wash me out a little bit. That one looks really pretty. My face is so uneven. So I recently, during this whole quarantine, not during the whole thing, but probably about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I started to meditate and pray a little bit more. Actually start praying, because I've never done any of that. And if you're not religious or you don't believe in all of that, then, you know, you don't have to stay here and watch it or listen to me. But I have noticed when I do it first thing in the morning, it helps me so much. And I've kind of talked about it on my Instagram, on how it does. And usually when I would try and meditate like years ago or months ago, my mind would just wander all over the place. Like I just couldn't stay focused. But I feel like then I thought I needed to. I thought I needed it, and at the time maybe I really didn't, and that's why I wasn't so like into it, and that's why my mind kind of, you know, drifted off a lot. Now I could kind of feel like anxiety creeping up back on me again, so I wanted to kind of nip it in the bud. And you know, it's funny when you get those like gut feelings or those like intuitions, you just know your body, you know your mind, and you know something's like creeping around the corner. And I feel like I caught it just in time, because my little anxiety episodes haven't been as bad. Yeah, and it's actually very calming. If I don't do it first thing in the morning, I'll at least try and do at least 5 minutes sometime in the day, because I don't go anywhere, honestly. Like, I'm here with my daughter. You know, I'm keeping her safe. I'm trying to keep myself safe too. And the only person that leaves the house is my fiance. So I have my candles, I have my oils, I have my herbs, so I can like smudge and all that. So that's another little thing that I do now, and I actually really enjoy it, and it has completely shifted my mood. I can just completely tell when I do it first thing in the morning, and then just, you know, just to see my attitude throughout the day. My lips are good. Let's talk about my skin. Obviously I have acne prone skin. It's not okay, so this is part of the reason why I've never really done videos, because of my skin. I'm very insecure. Obviously it's hormonal acne, and I have cystic acne every now and then, but it's a pain in the ass, you guys. It messes with your self-esteem, and it messes with your mind, you know what I mean? It's a little loud, and it messes with your mind. So I'm very insecure about it. I've tried so many things, and honestly, this has been, my skin has gotten so much better the past few months. I switched my skincare to vegan, cruelty free. I use MONAT products on my face, as well as Kavi Cosmetics. Kavi has exfoliators, and then she has this oil, which, you know, I'll just bring it up here and talk about. It's a face polish, and I love this so much. I use this every morning, every night, and I mix it with our Rejuveniqe oil. These two together, and they both have helped my skin so much, and I prefer using a oil versus a cream-based moisturizer, just because I feel like it really helps keep my skin moisturized way more than a cream-based moisturizer. And these oils are like dry oils. They are not super thick or anything. I mean, they just glide onto your face. And at night I actually like to go on a little heavier to really get my skin to soak up all that moisture, all that good cruelty-free vegan goodness. Let's talk about music. What type of music do I like? I love anything and everything. Rap, hip-hop, R&B. I love a lot of the old school, like 90s rap and R&B, and then especially like the 2000s like music too, because nowadays I'm not familiar, you know? Going on 30, and now I'm realizing like what my parents kind of went through with me, with all the music I listen to. Like, what is that? You know? I don't get it. You're only 12. What are you over here sulking about? Okay, mind you, alright, I don't know what average 12-year-olds go through, okay? I'm just saying, maybe there's some children that are going through stuff, okay? There's some children that are really going through it, and I'm not talking about them, okay? Just want to put it out there. Oh, speaking of that, like all this child trafficking, obviously this is nothing new. Nothing new. It's just coming to the surface now. Sick freaking people out here. I just don't know how they go about their lives. Let me fix this. I just don't know how they go about their lives, like with that mentality. You know what I mean? Like, the internet, it just freaks me out so much, and a lot of people are questioning why the government. Okay, so there is one thing that people were talking about, where there was like a supposedly a money shortage or a coin shortage or something like that, so places could only do your take your card. And so some people were upset about it because they're like, why do they want to keep tabs on us, and you know, they just want to see what we're spending. I'm like, but they've been doing that. You guys, any app that you download, and this includes restaurants, if you read the terms and conditions, it explains that it has access to like your search engine, your friends, your contacts, all of that. Okay, look, see, you can tell I'm like really starting to get into it, but I wish I could talk correctly so I could actually like sound smart. But pretty much like they get all this information and they build it to where they know pretty much everything about you, your likes, your dislikes, what you do throughout the day. Like, it's insane, and it's always been that way. It wasn't until like maybe a year ago is when I discovered that they had access to that. I was like, you know what, let me try downloading an app. I know And so I was reading terms and conditions, and it said, you know, that they have access to that, and that by accepting those terms and conditions, I'm giving them permission to do so. And that's with any app, you guys. But naturally, we don't think, like, ask that, or why would they want that? Like, hello, they need it. And they've always kept tabs on us, you guys. They always have. From the moment of the times, from the moment they issue debit cards, you know, that's the way they are able to track down people sometimes too. So, I mean, it's no surprise now. Is what I'm pretty much trying to. My eyeshadow is so much darker than what it looks. With the whole conspiracy things and like the CIA, but you guys, they've always been watching us. All right, my e.l.f. matte and poreless primer. I love this one and the original. I just love them. And so even though I'm going in with this matte primer, I like to keep my skin dewy, but this helps maintain my oils, or like control my oils. I have acne prone skin, obvious texture, so I feel like keeping my skin dewy really helps it. Again, this is just an under eye corrector. This is just gonna help brighten. So when I do put a concealer on top, it's gonna make it look really nice. Should I talk about ghosts? I believe in all that stuff, you guys. If you were to ask anybody about what I love to watch and, you know, all that, I guarantee that they would be like, oh, she loves documentaries. Oh, she loves watching ghost adventures. Because yes, I love watching ghost adventures. I always feel bad for Aaron because Zach is always sending him in these rooms alone because for some reason these little ghosts they feel some type of way towards him that they're not drawn to, because then you're not gonna get any footage, you're not gonna get anything you were looking for. So completely understandable. I just feel bad for him, you know. This one time me and my cousin growing up, I've just always been into that stuff, you know, and it was because of Unsolved Mysteries. Because Unsolved Mysteries used to have episodes of, you know, of ghosts. So one time me and my cousin had gone to my restroom and we had this candle, and then we had like these beads, like Mardi Gras beads, right? And then we had craft glitter. Our dumb selves were trying to have a freaking seance. I'm gonna laugh. We were trying to contact Selena. You guys, how embarrassing. I can't believe I'm telling y'all this. We were trying to communicate with Selena. Like, Lisa, if you're watching this, do you remember? I mean, obviously, I know she remembers because we always talk about it. Like, that's just one of the things we cannot get over that we did. My mom had walked in to the restroom, okay? This was after we tried having our seance, okay? And we had like thrown glitter of like, come through, talk to us, are you here? We had thrown glitter like it was freaking fairy dust or something. There was glitter everywhere, and so when my mom walked in there, she was like, what the hell were you doing? Why is there glitter everywhere? We're like, we were trying to talk to Selena. But yeah, we were like, we were trying to talk to Selena. We were trying to have a seance. Like, how embarrassing. Honestly, I would love, no, I don't, no, never mind. Say I would love to try it one day, but dude, that stuff is scary. Like, I may love watching it and like kind of talking about it, but honestly, it scares me. Because the minute I hear a noise, I'm like, work on that in a little bit. And I know I look crazy. I like to reverse is it highlight and contour, and then I get my foundation and I help blend it all in. But yeah, so I've always been into that. I just can't believe, like, out of all people, like, why wouldn't I try and contact somebody in like my family? You know what I mean? It was just like, what would be the odds of me contacting Selena in my house? We were just like so obsessed with her, and we just listened to her music all the time, along with Britney Spears and all that. We were like, oh, we should contact her. What the hell? We were so dumb. Almost done. So I might have to pause this real quick and go get my charger. But see how my makeup is starting to come along? You can tell that my eyes are darker. That's so embarrassing. I can't believe I actually told that story, because not a lot of people know about it. Alright, so I went in with my Jaclyn Hill Luminous powder. And I like to put this under my eyes and all over my face. But yeah, so I think y'all kind of have a feel of, you know, who I am, what I like. Oh, and like mob movies. I love mob movies. Obviously Scarface. Blow isn't a mob movie, but it's like, you know, like drug and like, okay, look, I don't do all that, okay? But I get so entertained at like how people just do that. Is it weird? I mean, y'all are probably gonna think I'm weird anyways, with my ghosts and my true crime, and honestly now my freaking mob and gang and all that. Like, I love watching Gangland too, guys. Cartel Land, like I love watching all of that stuff, because I like to learn. That's the way I look at it, is I'm forever learning. You know, what to look out for, or what it is that's happening in our world, because you try and like, not that you try, but a lot of people don't want to look. A lot of people don't want to give it attention, but a lot of the time it needs our attention, because it involves a lot of people, a lot of important people, and you know, some of this involves our children. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of money invested into human trafficking, sex trafficking. Like, it's it boggles my damn mind why people do this and why they target children so much more. I don't get it. I really don't, and it makes me sick, and it saddens me, you know. And it's like one of the reasons why I hold on to my daughter so much is because I'm always listening to this, and maybe it makes me paranoid. I don't know, but it's not being paranoid. Honestly, I'm being safe, and when I know all the possibilities of what can happen, it makes me more aware. So tell me if y'all feel that same. I know I have a lot of friends who feel the same way I do. Shout out to Erin, because I know she feels me on all of this. She's very vocal about it too on her Instagram. Sometimes she'll go on her stories, and you know, they're rants, but she's talking about it because a lot of people aren't. A lot of people are afraid to talk about it. Why are people afraid to talk about it? Because it's so insane. It's too insane to be real. Any of my friends or family who are watching this, thank you. I appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel. Oh, so now I'm using this shade. I don't even know what it is. I think it's 2008. No. Decade. From the Kim Kardashian Mario palette. The first one. I love to use this shade under my eyes, you guys. Whew. Right. Who can name that song that's playing right now on my ALEXA? Hopefully this doesn't get like copyrighted. Right? Let me turn it lower. Okay, I've been talking, so I don't think you can hear it much. Hopefully. Yo, what a transformation, right? What a transformation. I'm trying to get away from the subject because I don't want people to, you know, I don't even care. People can judge me for it, but I feel like I kind of dabbled on like everything in here about like, you know, what I'm like really into. But yeah, save our damn children, you guys. Save them. Don't be afraid to talk about it. Our kids need us. We have children in cages, okay? Yeah, these are the type of things that I'm like constantly reading about, learning about, trying to get more information about. So if there are videos that are very informative about everything that's going on, let me know. All right, so I am going to contour my nose. Who knows it? So, on the next episode, what would y'all like to see? Do y'all want me to talk about certain stories? I would love to talk about like true crime stuff, but I don't want to get like backlash for anybody who stumbles upon it to be like, you're copying Bailey Sarian, because I freaking love her, okay? I love her. But I mean, there's so many different channels. There's so many different people who talk about the same thing and that do the same thing. So I don't see why I couldn't. I just don't want to like disrespect, you know? That disrespect, I don't want to do it. I don't. And then I need to find my all right, so I'm gonna go ahead put my lashes on, and then I will come back and I'll do my lips with y'all. I'm gonna go in with my KKW and Mario lip liner. I don't know the name of it. And even though my lips are already big, I still like to overline them. Now, this is the Makeup Revolution and Soph lipstick and syrup. If y'all don't follow her, y'all gotta follow her. I think my next video I'm gonna do like another get ready with me, and it be with her palette, because y'all, for when I first got that palette, I used it all the time. All right guys, so this is the finished look. Thank y'all for getting ready with me today. I know I was rambling all over the place. I think you pretty much got the feel of who I am and kind of like the type of things I'm interested in. So please give me any idea, comment down below, like this video, subscribe. Let me know what you want me to talk about in the next video. Ghost stories, true crime story, like anything. I would like to have a subject to talk about that I can research on. Again, I don't want to be like I'm copycatting, but I really love talking about things like this. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.